The next day at school, my very important day was my very important day. I had been waiting for about 126 weeks to be the student star of my class. This was my special moment. I got to share a poster with my class that had pictures of all of my favorite things. I stood up in front of my class and began to tell them about the time I went fishing. Halfway through my story, Richard started to tell everyone about when he went deep sea fishing in Mexico. His story must have been better than mine because everyone started to look at him. He was stealing my important words. Richard, said my teacher, you just interrupted Lois. Please wait until he has finished talking, and then he might call on you. I couldn't believe how rude that was of Richard. He interrupted me. That really made me angry. After talking about my fishing trip, I started to explain the x-ray of my broken arm. Just as I was getting to the good part, Courtney started to tell the class about when she broke her leg. Courtney, said my teacher, you were just interrupting Lois. Please wait until he finishes talking and he might call on you. I couldn't believe how rude that was of Courtney. She started talking right during my 15 minutes of fame. She ruined my important words. She almost stole my moment. When I got home, I told my mom about rude Richard and rude Courtney. Now you know how it feels when you interrupt us, said my mom. I never thought about that. I just get so excited and my words, they just pop into my head and they slide down my tongue. My tummy starts to rumble and then it starts to grumble. My words begin to wiggle and then they do the jiggle. Then my tongue pushes out all my important words up against my teeth and I erupt. Words just explode out of my mouth. My mouth is a volcano. Maybe Richard and Courtney have volcanoes in their mouths too, my mom replied. I never thought about that. Well, son, the next time your important words are pushed into your teeth by your tongue, bite down hard and don't let them out. Then take a deep breath and push your words out through your nose. Then, when it is your turn to talk, take a deep breath and breathe them back into your mouth. Will that work? I asked. Only if you make it work, said my mom. That night at the dinner table, my sister Sylvia was in the middle of one of her long girl stories. When my important words began to slide down from my head, my volcano started to do its thing. Just as my tongue started to push out the words out through my teeth, I bit down really hard. Then I breathed my words out through my nose. As soon as my sister finished talking, I took a deep breath and back in went the words. I was amazed that they had just hung around inside my mouth and didn't float away. Then I told my story and nobody got mad at me for interrupting. After that, I never erupted again. Well, except for the time that Billy's bubble gum got stuck in my hair. But that was a real emergency. Okay. Thank you for listening to that. I'm sorry it had to be like that today, but in the future, we won't have that problem. I noticed a lot of repetition in that story, and I noticed that the author said some of those words over and over again to kind of show us the importance of them. So this whole week as readers, our goal has been to be able to show that I, as the reader, I can understand the characters, the setting, and the plot of a story. So we learned a little bit more about our character, Lois. So we know he was the main character. We know he had a mom and a dad and a sister. And we know that something that was happening in Lois's life was that he was having a hard time keeping his thoughts inside his head and not interrupting his classmates or his family or whoever he was trying to talk to. What do you think the setting of that story was? And it changed a little bit, but what were some of the places that story took place? The setting is where our story takes place. So where was that story taking place? Any readers? Connor, what do you think?
At school.
Yep, part of the story took place at school. Where did the other part of the story take place, Connor? Kind of
at his house.
Yeah, so the setting of that story was at school and at Lois's house. Awesome. And then what was the plot? What was kind of the important part of that story? And it kind of is going to tie back into our question, how would you feel if people interrupted you? What do you think is kind of the important part of that story? Why did I read that story to you? What do you think? Or why did the author write it? What do you think? Why would the author want to write a story like that? Jakar, what are your thoughts? Will you unmute, please? Thank you for raising your hand.
The toy never asked.
So you think that the story was about, say it again for me, please.
To never talk with the pepper.
Yeah. So you're saying that you think the important part of that story is that we shouldn't talk when other people are talking, right? We should try really hard not to interrupt other people. Is that what you were saying? Can you give me a thumbs up if I kind of helped, if I said what you said the right way? Did I get it right? Okay, good. So we're going to think more about that, and we're also going to answer our discussion question, which is also going to be pretty similar. So I wanted to show you that before I give you a chance to go. I'm going to give you some more time to work on that today than maybe we've had this week, because we're going to try to keep it short today. Once you log in, we're keeping practicing this skill, so I want to show you it as long as I can. Click on Ms. Hartnagel, scroll down to reading, click the reading button. Then you have to click Friday. Your eyes should be on my screen, so if I see your eyes are wandering, I'm going to wonder why you're not listening. Thank you. When you're on Friday, you're going to click Reading Friday, My Mouth is a Volcano Introduction. I'm going to put the recording of what I just showed you in here. If you want to go back and rewatch it, you can. If maybe you're not sure about one of the questions, this is a good resource for you to go back and rewatch it. Click Next. And then if you click this white triangle, it's going to read this to you. Oh, media is currently being converted. So I'm not sure what's happening there, but I might have to go back and fix it. It says, what do you do when you feel like erupting? And here's your sentence stem. Example, when I feel like erupting, So I want to have this discussion with you before. What do you do? What are some tricks that help you so you don't erupt and interrupt people? And maybe it can also mean you don't have kind of erupt in a negative way where you're having a bad attitude, or maybe you're not happy about something. How do you stop yourself from spreading that and erupting? What's a trick? Does anyone have any tricks that they use? What was the trick, if you don't have any of your own, what was the trick that Lois's mom gave him to help him not erupt? Anthony.
When he's erupting, close his mouth and hold it in and take a deep breath.
Yes. So his mom said, bite your teeth together and breathe it in and take a deep breath. So that's actually a trick that I use sometimes, maybe when my brain feels too full and I feel a little bit stressed, or if I'm worried about something to help calm me down, or when I'm late. If I'm late, that's something that really makes me stressed, or angry. So that's a strategy that I use for myself to help calm me down. So I want to try it with you. Will you take 3 deep breaths with me? We're going to go up my finger, down my finger. So breathe in. I already feel a little bit better. Thank you, Anthony, for sharing that with us. Does anyone have any other suggestions for how you can stop your volcano from erupting? What can you do in your brain, or what strategies could you use? Connor, what do you think?
I cover my mouth with my hands.
Ah, okay. So sometimes physically, like you go like this, like, oops, and cover your mouth. I like it.
And then breathe them out.
And breathe it out. Breathing is a big strategy for us. Awesome. Anyone else have an idea? Another idea, maybe a different one. Okay. How would you feel if people interrupted you? How would you feel? So I'm going to try something new, and we're going to try a breakout room. Has anyone ever done a breakout room before? Can you give me a thumbs up if you've ever done a breakout room before? Thumbs down if you've never done one before. Okay, so it might be a little silly the first time we do it because some of you are going to be without a teacher, which is okay. And it's going to take you as big second graders to practice not interrupting each other and taking turns to share. So I'm going to hope that you guys can do this independently without a teacher in your breakout room and that you can practice not interrupting, using some of those skills we just talked about to answer this question. How would you feel if people interrupted you? So you're going to say, I would feel this way if someone interrupted me. Okay, so I'm going to put you in a breakout room and then we're going to come back together. Let's see. All right, I will see you in 2 minutes. It's going to move you automatically. Ready? Bye, guys. Open the rooms.
When are we going to leave?
It should be just a second. You have to click join, so make sure you join it.
Okay, bye.
Bye. All right, Aaron, make sure you click join. All right. Oops, Miss Anderson moved to breakout room.
Can you send her back?
Oh. All right, can you guys hear me? All right, so we're gonna answer this question. I guess it's just the two of us. Can you tell me how would you feel if people interrupted you? Who wants to go first, Nia or Nia? Oh, you both have your hands up. I love that. Let's try Nia. Will you tell us how would you feel?
I would feel upset.
You would.
I'll be calm.
You'd be calm. So Mia, can you tell us more about that? How would you be calm if someone interrupted you?
Because I can't be mean to them.
So you're saying because you are patient and you're gonna understand maybe the reason that they were interrupting you was something important. Is that what you're saying? Kind of? Kind of. Mia, can you tell me more about how would you feel if people interrupted you?
I would be because it wasn't their turn, it was my turn to speak.
So you would remind the person it wasn't your turn, it was my turn? What if they kept doing it? What if they kept interrupting you? Then what would you do?
I would say, please stop.
Yeah, so would you maybe feel a little bit bummed that they wouldn't, maybe if they never stopped, if they kept doing it, would you feel a little bummed or maybe a little confused? Like, I don't understand. Why aren't you just being kind back to me and not interrupting me? Yeah? Jaden, how does it make you feel? Thank you for sharing, Mia. How does it make you feel when people interrupt you, Jaden?
Sad?
Yeah, it makes me feel sad too. Because it's like, why? And I don't understand. Why are you doing that to me? Why do you want to interrupt me? Right?
Right.
All right. Let's see if we can join back up with all of our class. Let's close all of the rooms. And the participants have 60 seconds to come back. So I think they're all going to come shooting back. Here they come. Hi, Jonah. Here come the rest. I think they might have to click it or else the 60 seconds, it'll kick them back out. Hi, Anthony. How did that go? Can you give me a thumbs up if it went well? Side thumb if it was only okay. Down if it did not go well. Good? Okay? Not well? Kind of well? Okay. Welcome back. The rest of them should be popping back in here any second. Or they're gonna wait the whole 60 seconds. Oh, here they come. Hi guys, welcome back. So I wanna know, and it's okay, you could be completely truthful. Did that go well? Did you all get to share?
Yes.
Did it go kind of well, like medium, halfway, or was it not great? So I want to see, was it good, only kind of good, not great? My group went really well. Okay, thank you for sharing. That is all that we have for instruction. We're practicing our. We will keep doing our reading and thinking voice next week, and we're going to continue looking at who the characters are, what's the setting of the story, and the meaning behind the story. This is going to be your discussion for today. Once you're finished with your discussion, you can click next, and it will take you to your volcano quiz. Once you're finished with your quiz, it will be the same screen that you've seen all week. It says all done. All done. Please log into Lexia. Spend 12 to 15 minutes on your Lexia, and that's a live lesson button. If your Lexia is not working, I've heard that from a few people, I want you to try it twice, and maybe you need to close your computer, turn it off, and turn it back on. If it's still not working, I want you to try reading for 12 to 15 minutes, and it can be on a book that you're reading at home. Or if you have found Epic yet, you can start reading on Epic. And I can actually see what you're reading on Epic, which is pretty cool. So if you haven't tried Epic yet, I want you to check that out sometime today.
I know my password on Epic.
You don't? Okay, I will send it to you. I'll write that down. Anyone else have a question about how to get onto Epic?
Bye-bye.
I need to see quite a few of you. So I need some of you to stay. I need Messiah to stay. I need Michael. He's already gone. I need Mia to stay. I need Mia to stay. And I need Theo to stay. The rest of you, I will see you on Monday. Oh, no, I'll see you at math. Oh my goodness. I'll see you at 10:30 at math. Come back. Bye, guys. Rest of you can hang off.
Okay.
Did
Next
I
out.
leave?
Next out.
Messiah, please.
Next out.
Theo, please stay.
Meaning.
Jonah, you can leave.
Can I leave?
Theo, I want you to stay, please. Aaron, bye, buddy. I'll see you at math. Elena, you can leave. And we're going to see if Miss Jones is going to come back. Oops, I'm